Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. There's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing because, as you will see in the video, my plans change quite often. But what inspired me to do this is this drawer I have sitting here. I got this at Savers a little while back. It cost me $2 and it's an antique sewing machine drawer. And there, look at that beautiful hardware on that drawer. That is so cool. Anyway, so I saw it and I bought it and I was like, well, what am I going to do with it? And then I got this idea to make a little house for creatures. Creatures who, yeah, I don't know. It was just an idea. It's one of these crazy spontaneous things I get and I do them, and half the time I don't finish them, but I'm going to finish this one. So anyway, what you're going to see me do now is I'm just taking a pencil and I'm drawing around the box. I've already got the foam core cut out that I'm going to put it on. And I just want to know exactly where my box is going to sit on this foam core. So there, I've done that. Let's put the box down and let's get started and see where this goes. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some crumpled up newspaper because I want some land in the back behind my house. There's a reason for this, which I will divulge later. So I'm just spreading my hot glue and I'm gluing down these pieces of crumpled up newspaper. And it's not a fun job. So I'm not going to put you through watching me do all of this. I'm going to fast forward the video. Which is why it wasn't up on Monday, by the way, because I was arguing with my video editor. So my brother found me an easier one. And well, it's easier, but you still got to go through the process. So anyway, I'm there. I moved it over so you could see. I was off camera. And I'm just gluing away. I decided I wanted a little higher, so I'm stacking up some more paper. Pushing it down, trying to get it to grab the glue. Just readjust the camera there for a little better angle. And here I'm gluing that little piece on because I just want it to kind of go from higher to lower, just kind of trail off toward the end of the drawer that I'm going to be putting on. And now I'm just getting some tape and I'm going to just be taping it down so it will stay in place where I want it. A little glue there because I didn't get the tape long enough. And I'm taping over the pieces of crumpled up paper and underneath also under the foam core. I don't want this to move. Let's add a little more hot glue there just to get those corners or edges down. I'm pretty sure there was a swear word in there because I burnt my finger. And I decided I wanted to add a little more yet because it wasn't quite tall enough. And now I'm just taping that piece down. And now I'm going to put some more on now. Wasn't quite tall enough yet. And the reason I'm putting tape on, and you'll see in a minute, I'll be grabbing my thicker, wider masking tape to put over the whole thing, is because I'm going to paper mache it with paper towels. Something I picked up watching Sharon Oyala on Where the Gnomes Live. So after a ton more of the skinny tape, just to hold it down, a little more glue, a little more there. Then I finally get out the whiter tape, but I can't find the end. So this takes a minute. And I finally found it, but trying to get it to peel up off the roll so I can, there we go, I got it, finally. And then I just begin doing the same thing over with the whiter tape. And this time I'm going to be covering every bit of the paper because I won't want the glue and stuff when I do the paper macheing to get down into that paper, or it will take forever to dry. I sped this up, and it does take a while to make sure you've got every single thing covered here. Just making sure that I have no paper left, showing when I'm done. And if it's lumpy and bumpy, that won't matter because after the paper macheing process, I will be, putting on some dirt, grass, that kind of stuff. There, I'm just showing you I got it, I think mostly all done now, or maybe all done. So now I was going to just put the box right onto the base there, but light bulb went off. I got this idea. No, this is going to be a home for little critters, and not the little critters, calico critters type thing, but just little animal things. So after I had drawn it out and everything, then I got this idea. Well, since we're going to pretend the drawer was a found object by them, and so they would already have had a house of sorts, I guess. So then I was like, yeah, we need a downstairs, and then the box can be the upstairs. So that's where I'm going now. I'm crumpling up some aluminum foil, and I'm using that to make the walls for the downstairs part. And I'm just taking I just take the foil, kind of roll it up, kind of squish it down, and then just apply the hot glue and put the foil on top. So really, yeah, that is the premise. These are little animals, and they live in a dump. Not like a garbage dump like what we here in the U.S. have, but like over in the U.K. where there's centuries of people dumping things, and they just kind of dumped them wherever, and so like the bottle dumps and that kind of stuff that they have over there, more that type of dump, not our big landfills here for sure. And so someone had thrown out the drawer, they found it, thought, wow, we could add on to the house. So that's kind of where this is going. Crazy probably, but hey. It was my idea at the time. So we're going to see it through. So I'm just building up another layer wall here. And although it doesn't look like it right now, it actually gets very sturdy when you add the tape and then you go through the paper macheing process. They become very, very sturdy, and I mean, just even the tape over the foil, that adds a lot of stability to the foil, and then once you paper mache it, you know, and you have that glue on there and stuff, it sets up pretty hard. And the reason I didn't have my aluminum foil torn off at first was, you know, and I had sheets of it laying out there, is because I didn't know I was going to do all this. And then it just popped into my head, so I'm tearing them off as I go. And honestly, this video is going to pretty much be my thought process, so, you know, whatever happens in this one is going to be as I think of it, or as I, you know, just as I decide to do it. So it's going to be a little different than your structured video where you have a specific plan, you have everything drawn out, you're just making it up from your plan and your drawings. Okay, so what I was doing there is I grabbed the drawer. I needed to measure it because I wanted to make sure that my bottom walls were at least as tall as my drawer is going to be. So I'm adding another layer of foil here. Oh, probably another swear word there. I think I burnt my finger again. Oh, and again. And now I'm just putting tape over this to make it more sturdy. I'm just making sure that I get all the foil covered. When I do that, I'm just kind of straightening out the foil. It does tend to bend a little bit, and I'm just straightening it out to make it flatter so that the walls will be smooth. And there I'm a little close. I've got a gap in between my land that I created and my wall. But I'm gonna, as you'll see in an upcoming video, I'm gonna utilize that space. Okay, so that side is pretty much all covered. Just putting in a few more spots where I saw some foil, a few more pieces where I saw some foil sticking through. And now I'm trying the box on there, and it's looking like it's lining up really well, fitting really well. I give the thumbs up because, hey, I got it, right? Spoiler alert, I don't. Sorry about this black space. My video editor and I were not getting along. So as you can see, there you go. It wasn't enough. Now I'm adding more to the walls after I went and used all that tape on them and everything. I'm adding more because I had another idea. Once I tried the box on there, it was like, oh, hey, I have another idea now. So I am now executing that idea. And it involves raising the walls. If you look, you can see to the right side where the back wall right there where I just touched it is higher than the wall next to it, and that is because I had this idea that I could set the drawer on there, not flat on top of what I'm building at this time, but I could move it up a little bit, and then the wall to the right, the shorter wall right now, is going to curve around. Yeah, you'll see when I get to the next part of this video, which will be the next video. Here I'm just adding some more foil there, and I'm trying to get that side straight because it's got quite the slant going on over there, and I have made a little window in there. And I'm trying my hardest to get this foil up here and to straighten out that wall where it is slanted. At this point I'd run out of foil, so I had to take a break and go to the kitchen and swipe the foil that we use for cooking. And of course that is still not straight, not by any means. Still got that nice slant going on. And now I'm going to add a little more to that side. And when I'm adding it, I'm kind of rounding it and I'm kind of pulling on it so it'll have a curve. It's going to be a curved wall. It's going to curve up and over. So I'm just kind of doing that right now. I'm getting it so that it's going up higher, but it's also curving over. And now I'm getting out the tape again because now I think I've got it. So I'm going to go ahead now and tape this up. I kind of like doing projects like this because I don't have to go off a pattern and I don't have to plan it out, anything like that. I can just go and let my imagination go wild and then just have my hands do what my brain is imagining. Trying to get the tape stuck down around those windows there so it's pretty smooth. So now I'm just starting on the back wall and I'm adding tape there just to cover that top edge. Because right now in my mind, I'm done. I built it up as high as I want it. It's going to be good. We'll see. Now I'm adding a piece in there because I realize that this room is going to be like a cave if I don't put a window on that side also. So I'm just kind of laying out. Nope, I'm back to that side because I realized it wasn't as high as the other side. I know that maybe at the angle the camera's at it looks like it's higher, but adding this last little bit on brings the walls up to the same height. I had that little piece left and I was like, do I want to stick it there? I wasn't having much luck getting that wall straight anyway. So now I decided I would add that on, and that would be the length of the window I'm going to put in that little room. So I'm just kind of squishing it and just kind of dry fitting it, see if I've got it like I want it, and I do. So now I'm just going to go ahead and glue that on. And here comes some more masking tape. I'm just kind of pinching and squeezing and pushing a little bit to get everything to match up so that everything is as level as I can possibly get it. And I think this is probably just about going to wrap up our build for today. I have the next video there ready, and I want to thank you all for joining me. Have a great day. Please hit like and subscribe. Thank you.